This is class 12. The subject is home science. Lesson number 1, home, family and home science. We will be discussing this chapter in depth. It has a lot of aspects about home, family and home science. Now, I will discuss the difficult words and translate them in Indian Sign Language. Belongingness. The state or feeling of belonging to a particular group. Household. A house, its occupants, regarded as a unit. Perception. The way in which something is regarded and understood. Homemaking. The creation and management of a home, especially a pleasant place to live. Scientific. Based on or characterized by methods and principles of science. Systematic. Doing according to a plan or a system. Improving. To become better in quality. Resource. A stock of money, material, staff and other assets that can be drawn by a person or an organization to function effectively. Nutrients. A substance that provides nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and growth. Embroidery. Craft of decorating fabric or other materials using needle and a thread. Harmonious. Friendly and peaceful. Challenge. To call someone to participate in a competitive situation. Satisfaction. Fulfillment of one's wishes, expectations or needs. Environment. The surroundings in which person, animal, plants operate. Stitching. A row of stitches on a cloth. Decorating. Make something look more attractive by adding images or extra items to it. Pickle. A relish consisting of vegetables preserved in vinegar. Home sweet home. Let me explain that. In a home, we all have families. We have parents, siblings, grandparents, babies, and everyone lives together in a family. Everyone eats together, has plays together, enjoys TV together, and has a peaceful time together. We cook together and we do a lot of things together. At home, we always feel like loving each other. That is why it's home sweet home. The women in the house, for example, a wife, a girl child, a daughter, a grandmother, a mother, an aunt. These are all the women in the family. A lot of people feel that home science is only meant for women. Why? Because it is perceived that it is only about healthcare, cooking, etc. And that has been the perception. Presently, the time has changed. People are understanding that home science is for both men and women. The opinions are changing. Why it is for both boys, girls, men and women? Because boys and men are also taking up the responsibilities of the house now. So it is for both men and women. Home science is concerned with various aspects. For example, food, clothing, health and shelter. We have all experienced that at home. We wear clothes, we eat food and we live in a house. All these things help us in making a happier and a healthier life. These subjects are in-depth studied in arts as well as in science. This helps us in daily living. Home plus science. I will explain you what that means. Home is where the family is, where we eat together, stay together and spend time together. Science has its own applications, own principles, rules and facts. Do we have these in the house? Yes, we do. In a home, we can't sleep for hours. We have to wake up on time and have a systematic lifestyle. Eating on time, having 3 meals a day, and all these time adjustments, money adjustments, family life, exercising, all these comes from science, the facts of science and principles. That's how it becomes home science. Home science is a multidisciplinary approach. It includes various subjects, be it maths, languages, psychology, sociology. All these can be included in home science. Let me explain how. When we learn subtraction, multiplication, addition, etc. in our maths classes, we are able to apply that at home. We are able to know how much do we have to pay for electricity, how much do we have to save, etc. So math is also applied in home science. It also helps us in social sciences, cultural sciences, family life, etc. So that we learn from the subjects of social sciences. Psychology helps us in understanding the emotions of the family, happiness, sadness, emotions, etc., which are applicable to the family in the daily life. Hence, it is a multidisciplinary approach. A lot of people believe that home science is only for women and it is not professionally oriented. It is professionally oriented, not just for women but for everyone. Home science is just not limited to women. It has various aspects to it. you can learn various professions and become professionals in the area. Home science empowers youth, both men and women, not just women. It's not limited to cooking and healthcare. It empowers everyone. In an emergency situation, only women doesn't work for the house. Men also take up the charge. Hence, it empowers both and at all ages. Home science empowers all ages. Like sleeping on time, eating on time, waking up on time, managing electricity and the house. So, it is the responsibility of the whole family. Home science uses systematic knowledge of the scientific way. For example, being on time, being systematic at work and different things. Taking care of our health, eating nutritious and healthy food on right timing. The system comes from the science. Like drinking more water, staying happy in the family, eradicating the negative emotions. These are all the facts of science applied in the family. And that's how we call it home science. Home science is both art and science. Let me explain how. For example, the growth and the making of food products are all scientific. How a product grows, how the farmers make the food crops, etc. And the cooking process, the whole system is called science. However, decorating the food and making it look attractive and fancy is the art. Making it look clean and making it look appealing to the plate is art. Let's talk about clothing. Clothing comes from the fields again. The farmers make the clothing, the fiber, the textiles and everything. Whereas using the textiles and converting them into art and design them into a fashionable manner is art. Hence, it is both science and art. Family. Let's talk about family. The family is the emphasis of home science. It is to strengthen the family and making optimal use of the resources so that in times of trouble, we are all studying together. Everyone is working, sleeping on time, taking care of their health, etc. Home is where the peace comes in, and peace is where the family is. Hence, home science emphasizes a lot on family relationships. Home science equips the learner with relevant knowledge, competencies, and prepare them to become efficient individuals. These knowledge help them in recognizing their talent and choosing the right career. Home science helps us in our job area. Hence, it is very, very important. We learn professionalism even at home, and then it helps us in our careers as well. Home science helps in improving the literacy level. When the literacy level increases, the standard of living increases, the upliftment of the community can be seen, and in turn we can see the country growing. Home science is the upliftment of the all. Home science helps us to perform day-to-day activities in a systemic manner, like cleaning the house on time, serving the food, cooking the food, cleaning the house wherever we see the dirt, and if we're feeling there's any smell, finding out where the smell is coming from, washing the clothes on time, if the TV is not working, how to exchange the TV, ironing the clothes before going to work, and be systematic at the work. Hence, home science helps not just in cooking, but it has various aspects of a systematic lifestyle and teaches us time management. Home science helps in learning scientific and technological advancement. For example, television in the house is technology. Air conditioner in the house is technology. Electricity, refrigerator, laptops, Wi-Fi for the recent uses, all these things come from technology and these are used at home. We know just in case our electricity goes off, we have to call the electrician, and sometimes we even become independent and fix our things ourselves. So home science teaches us technological advancements as well. Home science helps us in adopting new skills and taking up new different roles, helps us in understanding the challenges that we are facing and resolve those challenges ourselves. Home science fulfills our need as an individual. An individual cannot work in isolation. We need a family, we need support, we need parents, we need kids, and that gives us a sense of fulfillment, a family and a society. Without family, living alone does not work for any human being. In terms of sickness, in terms of financial issues, it's the family that supports us. Hence, family is the integral part of the home science. Home science encourages us to live with confidence and contentment. Taking care of the family, feeling positive at family is all because of home science and it making us feel content and confident. Now that you've understood what home science means, let's discuss the importance of home science for individuals. For a single person, what is its importance? Home science provides scientific knowledge. The knowledge that we gain from home science helps us develop in the outer world because we have experienced everything at home. It helps us in gathering the same knowledge and becoming better at it. Let me give you an example. When you go to a park near your house or a garden near your house and you grow your own tree, you need a skill for growing that tree. We need to understand how to sow the seed, how to water it cleanly, how to plow it every day, and what processes follow to grow a tree. So that kind of skill we learn at home. So it helps us in developing skills and a faster learning. Home science helps us in improving efficiency of different tasks. It helps us in multitasking, like cooking at the same time and remembering I have to wash clothes at the same time, I have to iron the clothes, I have to wake up my children. Your mind is working in a multidisciplinary approach, and that's what you learn from home science. Home science makes you a multi-talented person, multitasking person. It has no limit. Home science helps you in increasing your competency at your workplace also. If you're looking to be a professional and if you're on time at your housework, you will always be on time at your schoolwork also, at your jobs also. And that is the first thing you learn at home also. You have to be on time at work, finish your work at time and come back home. Similarly, we have to eat on time, sleep on time and do everything on time at home also. So both go hand in hand. The competency and professional levels are learnt using home science. Home science embeds managerial skills in us. Do you think managerial skills are there at home? It's considered that it's only meant for offices. It's only meant for work outside home. No. Managerial skills are also applicable at home. Let me give you an example. For example, I have an exam tomorrow or I have to catch a flight tomorrow. I would wake up on time. I'll ask my family member to remember to wake me up sometimes or keep an alarm. They'll help me in packing my stuff, brushing my teeth, everything and reaching on time to catch my flight. So there is always a manager at home who helps you with all these skills. If you fall sick, the manager of the house gives you medicines. So yes, there are managerial skills in people of the house. They manage the house, they keep up with the servants, they cook for everyone, and that person is a manager of the house. So we do have family managers. Now we will discuss importance of home science for home and family. Let me explain how. Applying knowledge of various other different sciences at home helps in family improvement. For example, if there is an emergency in the house and I can definitely use home science to do it. And if I go out and I see a beautiful embroidery, I come back home and I make the same embroidery myself. So these kind of things we learn from outside and apply in our families also. It helps us make optimal use of available resources. If we get a salary every month, should we spend it in a day? No. We have to use it according to management. We have to remember we have to pay our kids' fee, we have to pay for the milk every day, we have to pay for our hospital expenses and manage our family. So we have to manage our salaries also. Everyone does that. So we learn managerial skills. We learn how to optimally use our resources as well. It's the only subject that deals with food, shelter, clothing, health, relationships with home, family, environment, etc. So home science helps us in understanding all aspects. Now let us discuss the importance of economic stability. People have jobs, business, run a hotel or run a different kind of an enterprise. And it's the family that helps us in the crisis situation, the financial crisis situation. For example, a family member does not have enough money to pay their child fees. Another family member would help them, support them and pay for the other child's fees. How can we do that? Savings. Savings are an important component of economic stability. Saving for a child's marriage, saving for child's future, saving for child's education. Using the skills that one has. For example, parents observe that their child is amazing at painting. They observe that the child makes really good paintings. He can tell the child to be an artist. Or if they observe that the child is really good at stitching, then he or she can become a tailor. From learning the basic skills at home help you in setting up their own skills outside. When a person feels that their salary is not enough and is not serving the family well, working extra to get extra income at home. Maybe working 9 to 5 at office and coming back home and stitching different clothes and selling them is an added source of income. Working outside for jobs and not just working at home for progressing and getting better income. Establishing own enterprise. Maybe a person may be really good at makeup. The person can be a makeup artist. They can start their makeup business. If people are telling you you're good at it, maybe you can make profit out of it. Or a person's really good at baking cakes and people really love your cakes. So the person can think of starting a bakery and setting up their own enterprise. All these factors help us in building the economy of the house. Learning a skill and then doing a job is also an aspect which you can follow. It is beneficial in the long run. I have a question for you now that you've understood what home science means. Is home science only meant for girls? Let us see what's the answer. Not at all. Both boys and girls study home science. in schools, colleges, and various places. Both share activities at household, which help them in develop, and also at professional spaces now. Men and women both are working at home as well as outside. Second question, home science only teaches cooking, stitching, and childcare? Is that true? Yes, it does. But it also teaches many other subjects along with cooking, stitching, and childcare. It teaches scientific basis of things we use every day. Third questions. Can girls learn homemaking skills from their mother? A mother can teach you home science. Is that possible? Yes, your mother can definitely teach you home science, but not in a professional way. There is an in-depth study and answers to whys, hows of doing all these activities. Next question. Does home science offer job opportunities? Yes, home science offers job opportunities in the field of food, nutrition, catering, textile, sales, industry, business, offices, schools. It equips the learner to set up their own business. Home science is for both boys and girls. Let me tell how. Both have to succeed in an increasingly competitive world. The world is challenging. The challenge is not against each other, but with the world. So both have to work. Both have to share household responsibilities and tasks. For example, if a woman of the house is not well, the man of the house can cook. And vice versa. If the man is not well, the woman can cook. There's a shared responsibility between the two. Both need to manage the resources of the house. Like we discussed, the managers of the house. Both are the managers of the house, not just women. Home science teaches us that. In case of any problem or a family emergency, both have to work together in finding out solutions for the house. And that's what we learn from home science. Home science helps both boys and girls in identifying their vocations. For example, a woman might be very good at managing, so she can be a manager, and a man might be very good at cooking, he can be a chef. The joint knowledge helps in supporting each other and improving the standard of living. Both can teach each other what they are best at. For example, a woman can teach a man how to clean the house. A man can tell a woman how to manage money. Both can work in a correlation state. Hence, it's for both men and women. Major components of home science: food and nutrition. Food gives us strength, and some kinds of food even make us unhealthy. For example, stale food. We can't eat stale food and it can help us. It can make our body sick. And we have to check the expiry of the food. When can we eat the food? What are the timings of the food? If the food is smelling fine. And eating the right food at the right time and getting the nutrition out of it is a major component of home science. The second component is resource management. For example, managing work at home, space organization, energy consumption. We have to manage that. We can't leave the ACs and the fans and TV on when we're not using it. Keeping the house locked on time, when we are going out, keeping the environment clean, keeping the house clean. For example, if there's a dead rat in the house, would you keep that? No, it can make us sick. So keeping the house clean, having rat poisons at home so that the rats don't come at house. All these management skills come from resource management. Home science also teaches us human development from a baby to an adult. We learn a lot at home and then we become old. So it definitely plays a major role in human development. Fabrics, learning the components of fabrics, its construction, its selection, its pricing, its textile finish, if it's meant for summers or for winters, you learn that at home science. Home science also gives us job opportunities after a certain time. What job opportunities? Let me tell you. Related to family and human services, there are a lot of people who need childcare services. Working parents need childcare services. Home science can make you a childcare assistant. So that is a job. Adult daycare worker. A lot of adult homes need daycare workers to take care of them, give them medicines and everything. Home science teaches us that and we can do that. Residential care idea. There are a lot of residential cares which need workers to support old people, to take care of them, take them to the washroom, give them happiness and positivity, listen to their problems, encourage them, give them medicines, give them food. All this we can learn from home science. Elder care worker. There are a lot of times when only elders live in the house and their kids have gone to work. A worker could go to their house and support them, ask them how they got married and everything. Discuss with them what their issues are and take care of them. Homemaker idea. A person who can manage the house, babies, cook at the same time and also work at the same time. Multitasking. Interior designers, furnishing and maintenance. A person can be a showroom assistant, interior designer or a sales associate also. Interior designer, a person who knows how to decorate your house, manage the spacing well. So that person is an interior designer. Housekeeping staff, a lot of people spit at railway stations. We need people to clean. So housekeeping staff at railway stations, executives, etc. Food and nutrition, labs, dietary, food product testers, kitchen food assistants, ambassadors in the food industry, people who can chop really quickly, chefs, etc. Assistants, waiters, etc. at hostels and cafes. Recreational ideas wherein teachers can teach activities to children, recreational activities. Teaching assistants, assistant to teachers who can support teachers in making their schedules, etc. Textiles and fashion designing. A person who knows a lot about fashion can also be a fashion designer. The person can tell you about what will suit you. So a fashion designer, sales associate, a customer assistant at the workplace who's always smiling and everything and tells you what discounts are going on in the price, etc. A person who sits at the reception, the sales associate. Dry cleaning shop, for example, blankets, etc. of the house. Can work in a textile industry. Thank you.